Hey everyone, today is July 21st, 2024, and just a little over a week after the Trump event in Pennsylvania. And while this is a very interesting political narrative that this event has set off, and there's a bunch of interesting technical details with the assassination attempt itself, there's actually a much deeper meaning and there's a deeper symbolism and archetype being shown to us here, and it has to do with the characters or the mythological figures of Osiris and Ra. And I'm going to show you how Thomas Matthew Crooks filled the role of Osiris, and his only victim, Corey Comparatori, fills the role of Jesus, or the Ra, the sun role here in the story that played out here in the Trump rally. And like I said, this event had something for the normies and the conspiracy theorists and the truthers, but I'm just going to show you the deeper story here that's going on. And if you remember, just about a month ago, I did a video about Osiris, the 14 pieces of Osiris, and how it's related to 9/11, the 14 and the 9/11. And this has to do with the Twin Towers as well, the 9/11 symbolism, the twin symbolism, because we're told that the shooter was Thomas Matthew Crooks. Right? Thomas means twin, and the crook and the flail were symbols used in ancient Egyptian society. They were originally the attributes of the deity Osiris. It became an insignia of pharaonic authority. So Thomas Crooks is going to be our Osiris figure, our shooter. And then Corey Comparatori is going to be the Jesus figure. Follow me and I'll make you fishers of men, right? They showed us this social media post with him holding the fish. And Corey is a firefighter for Buffalo Township. He's the fire chief. And it showed him one of the famous pictures here already that were being shown of him is on his birthday, his 50th birthday, but they're holding the 5 upside down, so it looks like a 20, right? And it's a gold balloon, right? And the alchemical element of the sun is gold, because he's our sun figure, our Ra figure, and his initials CC 33, and he was born on 6/16/1974. 27 days after his birthday, he was killed by Crooks. Even 27 itself is the third cube, 3 to the third power. The 33, right? And even when you unroll or unfold a cube, it looks like a cross, right? His number is 27. He's the fire chief. God is a consuming fire, and Jesus is the water of life, right? That's why he's a firefighter. Jesus saves. And then it showed his uniform at the firehouse. In his firehouse, I'll show you how this works, but his firehouse is the temple, is Solomon's temple, but they show his uniform as part of the memorial on the side of the stone building, right? And Ephesians 2:20 talks about the chief cornerstone and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone. And Corey died defending his family. And his funeral was 33 days after his birthday. Another Jesus reference. And you can see he has the helicopter on his shirt here. We'll go through that in just a second here in the next slide. But the event happened on 7/13, and this has to do with the building of Solomon's temple. And I'll read 1 Kings 6:38, and then the very next chapter Goes to 1 Kings 7:1. It has to do with the 7 years and the 13 years. And in the 11th year, in the month of Bull, which is the 8th month, was the house finished throughout all the parts thereof, and according to all the fashion of it. So was he 7 years in building it. So it took 7 years for Solomon to build God's temple. And then the very next verse goes to Kings 1. But Solomon was building his own house 13 years, and he finished all his house. So he spent 7 years on God's house and 13 years on his own house. And 7:1, of course, is the 20th prime. Right? Even though he turned 50, they keep showing this 20, and 7 plus 13 is 20. Right? And Solomon's temple has the twin pillars. Okay, they show him wearing this helicopter on his t-shirt, right? Helio means sun, and Copt means Coptic or Egyptian. Copt means descends from Egypt, so there's more sun symbolism, Egyptian symbolism right on that with the helicopter. And then Billy Ray Cyrus performed at Corey's funeral, right? Billy Ray, Ra, like the sun, Cyrus, Osiris. So our two characters represented here. And they even show in the picture in the article, Billy Ray Cyrus couldn't look more like Jesus, right? Giving our correlation here, or Jesus correlation. And of course, Billy Ray Cyrus, one of his most famous songs, Achy Breaky Heart. The prefix COR in Corey's name, COR in Latin means heart. So that's pretty interesting. Just in case we didn't get the drift. And we have Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was who was the shooter, right? Osiris was the judge and Lord of the Dead, and the underworld, the Lord of Silence, right? And all these articles about Thomas Crooks are saying how quiet he was because he's the Lord of Silence. He represents Osiris. He was born on 9/20/03. So if we go back here and look at the two births, 6/16/74, 9/20/03, they're 29 years and 96 days apart. For our 2996, for our total number of victims on 9/11, right? And our Osiris, the number 14, represents Osiris, the 14 pieces of Osiris. I showed you that video about a month ago about all the 14s with 9/11. But an absolutely perfect ritual for Solomon, Osiris, and Ra. And I believe it was even 96 days after the eclipse. Yep, 96 days after the eclipse. 2996. And of course, show Trump here with his uniform. The fire chief, the chief cornerstone, the water of life. Let's see if there's anything else here. Well, that's it, guys. Just wanted to show you that real quick. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Don't get caught up in all the political narratives and the technical details. Look for the deeper symbolism here. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.